This short presentation was filmed at the Onduline International Training Centre and sets out the practical design and fixing procedures using the information set out in the Onduline Technical Handbook. For the designer, it's a simple task to produce a roof specification using the design information in the handbook. And the installer need only follow the fixing guide to successfully fix the Onduline sheets and produce a long-lasting, weatherproof roof. The first step is to establish the pitch of the roof. This allows us to work out the supports needed for the sheets and the size of the end and side laps. For pitches between 5 and 10 degrees, or in areas of high annual snowfall, Onduline sheets should be carefully supported by decking or close boarding, and should be laid with a 30 centimetre end lap and a double corrugation side lap. For roof pitches of 10 to 15 degrees, the sheets should be supported on purlins at 45 centimetre centres with a 20 centimetre end lap and a single corrugation overlap at the side. On roof pitches over 15 degrees, support purlins should be set at 61 centimetres with a 17 centimetre end lap and a single corrugation side lap. It's important to check that the purlins have sufficient section to give support to roof loads between the rafters. The table in the technical handbook should be consulted if in doubt. Carefully fix the purlins to the rafters using a timber spacer to gauge purlin centres and ensure they're kept level with the eaves. Onduline sheets are very easy to cut with a handsaw, but a powered saw is much quicker and should be used for larger projects. The sheet can also be cut along the length of the corrugation using a roofer's knife. Before fixing commences, select the correct nail type, either the standard PE headed nail or the heavy-duty safe-top nail. Fixing the sheets should start from the opposite end of the roof to the prevailing wind, and each alternate course should start with a half-width sheet in order to stagger the corner joints. Take care to ensure the sheets are square to the eaves line and then lay them diagonally across the roof. To make sure the sheet remains square during fixing, first nail at each side of the sheet, allowing for the overlaps, and, using a string or chalk line as a guide, nail from the edges to the centre to ensure that the corrugations are correctly stressed. At the eaves and sheet overlaps, nail each corrugation. On both vertical sides, nail at the intermediate purlins, and for the rest of the sheet, at every other corrugation. At the eaves, overhang the sheet by a maximum of 7 centimetres. At the ridge line, include an additional timber support to allow for the fixing of the Onduline ridge pieces. To fix ridge units, first mark out a 12.5 centimetre overlap. Use a chalk line to keep the sections level before nailing at every corrugation. Eaves fillers can be used to seal the corrugations. Ridge pieces can also be used to form a weather-tight verge trim. Alternatively, use pre-formed Onduline verge pieces. When forming a hipped roof, the Onduline sheets are marked out and cut to the line of the hip. These are then fixed and overlaid with Onduline ridge pieces using the fixing procedure as described for ridge construction. Valleys can be lined with a variety of materials, including Onduline valley liners, preformed GRP, or, as in this case, galvanized metal. A weather-tight sidewall abutment can be achieved using a preformed metal flashing with a separate cover flashing dressed into the wall. So far, we've considered only timber structures, but Onduline can be used just as effectively on concrete and steel buildings. On concrete decks, the Onduline sheets are fixed to timber purlins cast into the screeded finish. Alternatively, On existing decks, timber purlins can be fixed to the concrete. Steel structures make the ideal support for Onduline sheets, which can be fixed using Stelfix drill screws with their unique castellated spacer sleeve. This ensures the correct tension to the corrugation and avoids both the sheet lifting on the screw thread and damage through over-tightening. Standard hook bolts can also be used in conjunction with the Stelfix large-headed hook bolt washers. These give support and tension to correctly stress the corrugation. The tough performance of Onduline makes it an ideal rain screen or vertical cladding material, fixed to either timber or steel structures in the same way as for roofing. The flexibility of Onduline makes it ideal for use on curved roof structures. At the side of the curve, the purlins should be fixed at 61 centimetre centres, but as the pitch becomes shallower, they should be set closer at 42.5 centimetres, and the sheet end laps increased from 17 to 30 centimetres. The peak of the dome should be capped with a full sheet with a double corrugation side lap. Onduline is a comprehensive roofing system and includes a wide range of pre-formed components to cater for all types of building requirements. This polypropylene apron flashing makes the weathering to a wall abutment a simple process. PVC sheets, manufactured to the same size and profile as the standard Onduline sheet, can be used to introduce light into the building, but at the expense of reduced thermal performance of the roof. More suitable as a light source is this roof light, with the added benefit of providing ventilation. Onduline roof ventilators are available in 3 sizes, giving an airflow of 10,000, 20,000 or 33,000 millimetres per linear metre, and these can be easily converted into a soil vent pipe by clipping on a preformed pipe connector. Onduline corrugations can be sealed using these eaves filler strips. They will prevent sand and dust penetrating the roof space. The ventilator comb is designed to provide ventilation into the roof space while denying access to birds and large insects. And this eaves tray, normally used with the Ondutile and oversheeting systems, can also be used to form a drip edge to an Onduline roof. In areas where there is a high risk of condensation, even a good roof design, incorporating insulation and ventilation, may still not prevent the build-up of condensation. In these situations, Ondutis underslatus felt used below the Onduline sheets will significantly reduce the risk. Onduline flashing tapes, with their specially formulated adhesives, make the ideal flashing material for Onduline sheets. Onduline products are supported by a full range of technical literature and services. For more detailed information on the specialist uses, such as the Ondutile roof underlay and the Onduline oversheet systems, as well as for the applications referred to in this presentation, contact your local agent or nearest Onduline International office, who will be only too pleased to assist you.